Colonel, are you listening? Now he's dead too.
I have no idea.
Don't lie to me.
It looked like another heart attack, but...
Some kind of poison?
Well, there are lots of drugs that can cause a heart attack in large doses. For example, potassium chloride or digoxin. But we won't be able to tell without doing an autopsy.
Damn!
Snake, I want you and Meryl to work together.
Can I trust her?
More than you can trust me.
That's deep.
Get in contact with her.
Snake, there's a lot of electrical interference coming from there. It should be okay if you do burst transmission like us, but normal transmission is probably impossible. Try moving away from that area.
Snake, get a hold of yourself.
Naomi, what the hell was that ninja thing? A member of Foxhound?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes. We have no one like that in our unit.
Is that right?
Snake, I'm counting on you.
Oof, alright. We got a lot to sip through right here. Metal Gear Solid Episode 4. A lot has happened. Alright, so let's hop right into it. First off, I really think that line is very profound. You know, the Colonel, when he says you could trust her more than you could trust me. You gotta understand, Roy and you've been through a lot already. You know, you've been through Zanzibar Land, you've been through a lot of stuff going on right here. He's more than, you know, the main reason why you accepted this is because of him, because you trust him. So in order for him to tell you that you could trust her more than you could trust him, it really shows you for the first time in this game how, like, tied his hands really are. He's trying to play both ways, you know. He's trying to be cool with you and try to help you out, but he also has his limitations right here. Now, I'm ducking over here because there's this infrared beam right there that kills you, so, you know, might want to duck under that. And guess what? I think here we get the famous. Is that what we're getting here? Yeah, the famous. Nice. I suck with that gun in this game. So you don't want to see me in Black Ops 1, though. I'm a beast. Anyway, so I think it's very profound right there, that line, where he tells you, you know, you could trust her more than you could trust me, because she doesn't have any affiliation. The only affiliation she has is doing the right thing. Roy, meanwhile, he's got to play the Pentagon game. He's got to play the game of helping you out. It tells you for the first time in this game that everything isn't really, or you know, the first time you kind of see it explicitly, that everything isn't going to be as simple and cut-case as it is. Those guys, they're helping you, they're part of your team, but they're not 100% on their team. Like, you can't 100% trust everything that Campbell's going to do with you. He's going to come into play further along as we get down in the storyline. So it's really interesting, you know, that dichotomy of who do you really trust in this game. Another person that you can't really trust is our girl Naomi. You know, there's a little bit of history already with her right there. She's in Foxhound. The guy tells you, he's like, why don't you ask Naomi Hunter? You know, she'll know who this guy is. She tells you that she doesn't. You clearly already doubt her. You're like, is that so? Kind of like, word, like, you really expect me to believe you don't know who, like, is members of your group? Like, you work for these guys. Like, you don't know who your boys are? So it's a very interesting dichotomy that's developing right here between, you know, whether you could trust the Colonel and what he says, whether you could trust Naomi and what she says. And then we also got in the previous video, we got that nuclear message, you know, the nuclear disarmament message and the muff and all that stuff. But let me also break up on that. We're gonna find here Meryl. Basically, what I'm doing now is trying to find the damn box, breaking the fourth wall. Genius. They put the code on the box. You know those pictures that show up on the box that tell you, you know, what's gonna happen in the game? Well, they put the code over here, so you have to pick that off. Wonderful. Let's talk to my girl Meryl.
Who are you?
I was really impressed with the way you busted yourself out of there.
The one from the prison?
You're the Colonel's niece, Meryl, right?
No, it's not him. Just exactly who are you?
I'm the fool that your uncle sent to this hellhole.
You came alone? Trying to be some kind of hero?
I don't need lectures. You're just like your uncle, you know?
How do you know my uncle?
We go way back.
What's your name?
My name's not important.
Aha. Could you be Snake? Are you Solid Snake?
That's what some people called me.
The legendary Solid Snake? You? Sorry about before. I wasn't sure if you were one of the good guys.
But I knew you were.
How?
It's your eyes.
My eyes?
They're not soldiers' eyes.
They're rookies' eyes, right?
No. They're beautiful, compassionate eyes.
Just what I'd expect
Aye?
from a legendary Solid Snake. You trying to sweep me off my feet?
Don't worry. You'll land back on them once you meet me. The reality is no match for the legend, I'm afraid.
I don't believe that.
Why did you look so surprised when you saw my face?
Because you look just like him.
You mean the terrorist leader, Liquid Snake?
Yeah. You know him? You're not brothers, are you?
I have no family.
So what's the deal then?
I don't know. Maybe I'll ask him personally. But first, I want some information. You were involved in this exercise from the beginning. What exactly happened here?
I just joined the training that same day.
That's okay. But what is this place? I don't think it's just a nuclear weapon disposal facility.
Boy, oh boy, it's just like them. Nobody's told you anything, did they? Okay. You see, this place isn't really for disposing nuclear weapons. This base is owned and operated by a dummy corporation of arms tech.
This is a civilian base?
Right. For the development of Metal Gear.
Colonel.
Foxhound and the Next Generation Special Forces were called here for the test launching of a dummy nuclear warhead.
Why Foxhound?
Because they're a special ops group used to handling top-secret missions. They figured they could help keep it all hush-hush.
But they must have been test-firing dummy warheads for a while. Why just this time?
I heard it was because this was to be a final test before the formal adoption of the Metal Gear program. That's what I heard anyway.
Sounds kind of fishy. So what do you think the terrorists want?
Sorry, I'm not sure. I was captured with President Baker right after the revolt started.
Oh yeah. That's when he gave you the detonation code override keys, right?
That's right.
Amazing you were able to keep them hidden from the guards.
Well, women have more hiding places than men. Anyway, you
Haha,
met Baker,
yeah,
huh?
buddy.
How's he holding up?
He's dead.
What?
Heart attack. Same as the DARPA chief.
The chief died from a heart attack too?
Yeah. Was either of them sick or anything?
No. Not that I heard of.
Well, I don't believe in coincidences. Something funny's going on.
Sounds like it. But I have no idea what.
Me neither. Yet. Do you know the person who designed Metal Gear?
You mean Dr. Emmerich? He should be in the research lab in the second-floor basement of the nuclear warhead storage building to the north.
Second floor basement.
Yeah, that's where his lab is. I think they're forcing him to work on the nuclear launching program.
So they'll need him alive until that's done anyway.
Then we'd better do something before he finishes.
You're right. In case we can't override the detonation code in time, I need to ask him how to destroy Metal Gear.
You plan to take that thing on by yourself, Snake?
It won't be the first time.
Haha, nice.
How do we get
Love
to the
it.
nuclear warhead storage where the doctor's being held?
There's a cargo door on the first floor of this building that leads to the north.
What's the security level of the door there?
5. But it's okay. I've got a level 5 card.
Well, I've got to go save the doctor. You should go to the...
I'm going with you.
No way. You're still too green. I want you to hide somewhere.
I'm not green.
Oh, yes, you are. You pause for just 1 second in front of your enemy, and it's all over. Good luck doesn't last forever.
I don't know what happened. I just couldn't pull the trigger right away. I never had any problems in training. It was frightening to think that with a pull of a trigger I could take someone's life.
It's not like shooting targets in training.
I always dreamed of being a soldier. Every day of my life, I've trained my mind and body for the one day when I could finally see some real action, and now...
So what now? You want to quit?
I can't quit. I can't allow myself to quit now.
Listen, you're not normal if you don't feel something the first time you kill. Killing without guilt produces more carnage. In a war, all of mankind's worst emotions, worst traits emerge. It's easy to forget what a sin is in the middle of a battlefield.
But this isn't a war. It's a terrorist action.
You're just a little jumpy from the combat high. The adrenaline in your bloodstream is starting to thin out. Just take it easy.
But I learned all about combat high at the academy.
We'll talk about it later. For now, just think about keeping yourself alive.
If I get out of here alive, I'll think about that other stuff.
Okay, let me try to say this another way. Stay the hell out of my way.
You're a real bastard.
Nice.
Just like my uncle said.
Huh. I told you, the real me is no match for the legend.
Looks like you were right. Okay,
Nice,
Snake.
nice cheesy laugh.
I'll be a good girl.
We'll link up after I grab the doctor. Hang on to the key until then.
Got ya. But listen, I know this area better than you. Call me if you have any questions.
Be careful, okay?
After I open up the cargo door, I'll contact you.
Woo. Okay, so that was a mouthful. First off, let's talk about the nuclear message that gave us in the previous game, where they showed us the the footage, like the real life footage, and they would talk about Muff, and they would talk about nuclear disarmament, and how the nuclear threat is more real than ever, blah blah blah. So this is something that Metal Gear managed to incorporate very well, and that few other games managed to pull off. It's an educational aspect to the game, in a sense that, it's telling you that, like, hey, this stuff is really happening in our world right now. Like, this takes place in, I forget the exact year right now, but I think it's in '96 that this takes place. I don't remember. It takes place, in our generation. So the message is like, hey, nuclear disarmament. It's
Snake,
for real.
I unlocked the cargo door for you.
Thanks. Where are you?
Let's wait for this woman to
Where
finish
I
talking.
can see ya.
Don't move around too much.
Don't worry. I'm disguised in this enemy uniform.
You won't be for long with the way you walk.
What does that mean?
Nothing.
Listen, Snake. The cargo door is like an airlock. It's equipped with infrared sensors. Be careful. If an intruder is sensed, gas is released.
Gas.
Okay, so we'll meet at the nuclear warhead storage building.
Wait. You said you'd stay put and be a good girl.
I changed my mind.
Don't get careless. That's when things always turn sour.
Sorry, but this is the only way I can figure whether or not I'm cut out to be a soldier. I gotta get my hands dirty.
These guys are professionals. You're gonna get yourself killed.
See you there.
There you go, showing a little spunk, my girl Meryl. I can appreciate that right there. So it's the dichotomy. It's a very it's a juxtaposition that this game handles very well. The notion of it still being a video game, and also the notion of it, and I kind of cut there because I was busy like looking at a menu for like days. Of it still being a video game, but of it still trying to provide a real life message. It's kind of trying to tie its fake storyline to a real storyline in real life. And it does that, via a lot of different ways. It does that via the cutscene that we saw there with the, the Muff and all that, the real life like footage that we saw. It also does that when we were talking with Meryl with the Kodak. How Snake tells her that there's a lot of sins that go unwarranted on a battlefield, and how if you don't feel something the first time you kill somebody, then it's not human, you're not normal. Those are all like real life, like deep thoughts and expressions that incorporated into a video game that has got a serious tone to it, but at times is a very joke game. I mean, Snake tries to hit on it. Snake just told her that she won't be too hidden for too long, because she's got that fat ass. You know what I'm saying? So it's a game that really could go from serious to joke in the span of a couple seconds and pull it off. And I don't really know too many other games that can kind of pull that off. There's either games that are overly serious, that take themselves way too serious, and not even too many games present real life issues if you want to go talk about it. I know Call of Duty, for example, tries to, like Black Ops 2, it's talking about, the precious minerals and the drones that are all like in the future, and how, we're gonna, and how like the military in 2025 is gonna be all, about the drones and stuff like that. So we try to use that. Maybe that'll be true, maybe that won't, I don't know, who knows. But even that's still like pushing it, and they didn't even take it that serious. It's a fake storyline, it's all fake, whatever. Same with like Makarov and all the other stuff, dropping the nuke. Could it happen? Yeah. Is it feasible? I guess. But is it pushing it? Oh yeah. In this game though, when you talk about Muff, like they're not telling you that like, oh, this thing might happen. They're telling you that this is the reality after the Cold War. There's a bunch of scientists right here with no jobs, working for whatever the hell, whoever pays them, and then there's a bunch of unaccounted for equipment that happens every year. Like those are facts. That's not, this might happen, in the year 2025. This is happening right now. What are we gonna do about it? Obviously, it's presented in the form of video games, so it's not like the kids playing it could do anything much about it. It's not like all of a sudden kids are gonna start like a huge petition to find out, a Congress are gonna find out like where all this like muff is and where all this like unaccounted for nuclear waste is. But then this guy managed to see me right here. I was so pissed. I thought I had like my no weapons on or whatever. I thought I was gonna be able to choke him out and stuff. But man, come on, bro. Way to blow up my spot like that. So Metal Gear does that kind of. But even though it doesn't necessarily, and this is the only time you're gonna see that I die in this game, by the way. I couldn't edit this out in any sort of way. You don't see me die, but you're gonna see I have to cut here just because like there's nothing else I can do.
Be careful, Snake. That airlock is set with infrared sensors.
What is it?
You probably can't see them with your naked eyes, but there are infrared beams coming out of that wall. Touch any one of them and the doors will seal off and the place will be flooded with poison gas. Somehow you've got to get through without setting off those sensors.
Alright, if you notice what I did upstairs, I went to go get a mine detector upstairs. Now the thermal gear's also upstairs. For some reason, Marcos isn't too smart and he didn't get the damn thermal thing anyway. That's alright, because we got cigarettes. And I told you guys when we started this that I like to use cigarettes as much as possible. It's just, you know, I don't smoke anymore in real life, so I might as well just smoke in this video game and just drain it. It does drain your life away, so be careful about that. But aside from that, it's pretty cool, man. You know, you're stealth, you're invading this nuclear facility, you're all hidden and down low, and then you're just packing some cigs. And you can see with the cigs, it allows you to see the red lines and whatnot. So that's pretty dope as well. So one of the things that Metal Gear does in it so well is find that balance between seriousness and not taking itself overly serious. So it still's got jokes. You know, you're still running around a cardboard box. It's still funny, but it is presenting serious issues that are happening not only in the game but also in real life. Okay, so now we're coming up to another boss battle right here. We're gonna meet my man Vulcan Raven. I'm very excited for this guy. This dude is just a beast. He is fun. He is entertaining, just like every boss in this game. We talked about it last video. Bosses are so much fun. And Meryl, you know, Meryl's an interesting character representing. You know, she's trying to find out whether she's cut out to be a soldier or not. She's trained her whole life for it. Obviously, probably influenced by her uncle. You know, because her uncle's kind of a top dog right there. And it's really ironic. You know, she laughs. She's like, "Oh, they didn't tell you anything." And it's pretty crazy, you know, the fact that they send you in here to like take down this whole like facility, and they didn't even like tell you the truth. Let's take this call though.
Snake, be careful. There are claymore mines around there. Use a mine detector.
Who are you?
Just call me Deep Throat.
Deep Throat? The informant from the Watergate scandal?
Never mind about that.
You're not using burst transmission. Are you nearby?
Listen, there's a tank in front of your position waiting to ambush you.
Who are you anyway?
One of your fans.
Nice, love it, love it. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, I always thought Deep Throat was the ninja guy, straight up. Like I always thought it was him. It didn't even like cross my mind that it wasn't him. It just sounds like him. It doesn't really seem that crazy to me to think about that. But later on, we do find out confirmation about that. So that's a little bit of a spoiler alert. I'm gonna shut up though, man, because we gotta get introduced to my man Vulcan Raven. Shit just got real.
This is Raven's territory. Snakes don't belong in Alaska. I will not let you pass. Send him a message. That's right. You belong on the ground.
It's gotta hurt.
You should crawl on the ground like the snake you are. Come, let's fight.
Alright, so talk a little bit about bosses last episode, you know, about the epicness of the combination of nature and whatnot. But what I kind of forgot to mention was just how unfair some boss battles are. Look at me, my man just annihilated me. Oh, cheers. Game's out. It gives you like the corniest, cheesiest villain laugh ever. It's awesome. I mean, this is 100% unfair right here, battle, and you're gonna have these boss fights, and Meryl laughed when he talked about like how you need to find out how to destroy Metal Gear. She's like, "You're gonna take it down by yourself?" Well, yeah, you gotta take it down by yourself because that's what Snake does. That's what this bro does. He just takes down stuff. So this is a tank that we're taking down right here. A couple tips right here to give you. Basically, you have to lob these grenades up into the tank seat, and that's how you win this gun battle. There's 2 gunners. You take out both gunners, you win the battle. Okay. You hold the whatever your throw button is for the grenade on whatever console you're playing. That throws it a little bit farther that you want. You kind of have to line it up. You play it a few times, you'll get used to exactly the motion of it. The control scheme is kind of a little bit awkward exactly as to where the grenade lands. You can also throw the grenade and destroy the tread of the thing, so that way it goes slower or it doesn't move for a little bit. So that's also just in dichotomy. Just make sure you have a lot of rations too, man. That's what I do. I use a lot of rations. I don't play that game. I always like to have a couple rations on me, you know what I'm saying? And make sure you'll have nades from like where you stop and pick it up. Also, you don't want to be in front of it. It'll run you over. It has no mercy regarding that. Boom. So we took out gunner number 1. All right, cool. And we took down a ration with it. Not too bad, not too bad. We got about half health. We're doing all right here. This guy's gonna come up here all man juiced up. Gotta watch out when they shoot like that. You just kind of duck around and run around in a circle. They won't get you. Throw my man right there with the nade. Trying to gun him down again. See if we hit that one. Boom. Man, shooting. I'm trying to run. I'm like, all right, here we go. And they shoot for a while too. I mean, it's not that much. There you go. You throw the nade on, and I laugh how they can't handle like just throwing the nade off of them. Like you throw it on them, and they're like, "What is this? Hot potato, hot potato, hot potato." It's kind of what it looks like. Literally, it's like they got like a hot potato. You just can't throw it off. So that one didn't hit. I'm waiting. I'm like, oh man. And sometimes it'll take some turns. I always try to stay close to the tank as well. That way it can't shoot me with that huge monster cannon, because that is some trouble if it does shoot me. I have that one up a little bit too high, unfortunately. I'm looking. He stopped shooting. Eventually, you get to a point where he can't turn it anymore either. That's kind of when he stopped, so line that up accordingly as well. Took that one out, so we only need one more nade to lob up in there. I'm hoping this will do the trick. Come on, buddy. Nope, didn't. All right. So line this one up. That one's definitely, that's cash money right there, my man. He's going to come back up into a nade. Deuces. Very nice touch.
Boss, is this all right? Just giving him the card like that.
We'll play with him a little longer.
You would be wise not to underestimate him.
What did you think of him?
He is just as you said. He lives and breathes combat just like you. I would expect no less from your...
You see, I told you so, but I will kill him.
General Ivan, I hear that you lost your arm and ran away home.
Watch your tongue, shaman.
In the language of the Sioux people, Sioux means snake. It is known as an animal to be feared.
Well, Snake is mine now. When I meet him next, I'll take special care of him. Not yet. Don't kill him yet.
He and I will meet again in battle.
Same prediction as always.
Yes, the raven on my head. It thirsts for his blood.
That's a threat right there. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Next week, part 5. Join me.